The current structure of protests here in Sri Lanka really impacts the lives of the general public. We went through an extended lockdown. People are back on the streets. Protesting creates traffic jams. Protests by teachers don't allow students to continue their education that has already been hampered. And then to add to that, protests by nurses and doctors, of course, hampers the vaccination program in the country, which is of utmost importance.
What would draw your attention? What kind of a protest would draw your attention? How should it be staged? I mean, how can you attract the attention of the larger public to a certain protest or to a certain idea that you want to express? Now, and if we take two examples that you took about the health workers. Health workers didn't go to an overnight protest. You've been in the news as a media, you know. It was not an overnight protest that was staged. They raised their concerns for a prolonged period of time during the lockdown. We should know that during the lockdown, not lockdown, but during the pandemic situation, they were the people who contributed most. They had to stay away from their families. The usual clothings that they had to wear in their day-to-day duties were different. And having done all that, and they were the first people who were exposed to this pandemic. They were the first people whose lives were at risks, and we saw there were concerns expressed. We saw there were light protests, but no one took notice of. And ultimately, to bring the attention of the general public and the government, they have to go on protest. And can we then complain? And it's the duty of the government, it's the duty of the minister to bring all these stakeholders in one sector to one table and discuss all their issues at one time. You can't bring about solutions, piecemeal solutions to it. You can't first resolve doctors' issues, which would give rise to anomalies in nurses' salaries.